Colleague, I'm back with you again. Your question, very interesting and very easy to deal with. I always encourage people to empower themselves, go to tertiary so that they can acquire knowledge and be the best people around the world. My kids, one of them, she's going to do honors next year, which means I support education. Some of the employees here at the SABC, I also fund them and their kids if they can't afford to pay for their children, and I do that personally because I do understand the importance of education. It's just that I'm not boasting about all these issues. But also, when I employ people with qualifications and certificated. But also people need to understand, by having a certificate, it doesn't define you as the best person who can go and perform and do a better job. What it does, it opens doors for you so that you can be employed by any organization. In the SABC, I have been championing the issue of those people who are coming from tertiary level with many degrees and diplomas. I said they should be paid because they have those qualifications, and those qualifications, SABC should recognize those qualifications. If you have standard 10, someone is having diploma or degree, you can't, from the entrance level, you can't just get a package equally so. But if you are inside the box, inside the ring, you are going to box each other. Someone who came with minor qualification, if that person beat you inside, we will recognize that person and we will pay that person accordingly. And remember, broadcasting is talent. There are many people who don't have certificate qualification at the SABC, but they have more audience than people who have qualifications. So you need to balance those issues. If you can say, should Hlaudi be the CFO? I am going to run away. Because there you need someone who understands the accounting and numbers. I will run away. My job is not that. Previously, my job as the COO is broadcasting. And I have been a broadcaster in my life from 1990s. And I'm the only person who has done everything from freelancing, reporting, grow within the organization. All these people who are sitting here, most of them, they have qualifications. But if you can take me head on, they know I mesmerize them. Because I have done it. I did not read it from the book. And if you go to all ESCO, where we take resolutions, you'll realize that 80%, someone who's influencing SABC on broadcasting issues, is me. And it's just that we can't give you, because those are internal documents. But employees of the SABC, they will tell you. Coming to the issue of, should I go back to school? The answer is big no. Because I'm able to do everything that I can do. I'm able to beat those people with degrees, why I will go to a different university and lecture students if I'm a useless person? Why the university, they will say, Hlaudi, because of this unique and expertise on leadership, we are going to make sure that we put our syllabus, we are going to include our syllabus on all issues that you raise. And some of students, they are using those syllabus, and I think all of them, they are passing. So, you see, we should not judge a person about whether qualifications. You should judge the person whether the person can deliver. But we should not ignore the importance of education. Maybe if I was more educated, because everything happens for a reason, maybe I will be drinking tea, playing with words of English, forgetting about ordinary citizen. Everything happens for a good reason. So what I'm saying to you, and you know, I read a lot. Sometimes I dismiss the same people with degrees because they don't read. When they come into a meeting, you ask them, did you read? Did you analyze? They don't know. I read a lot. I know what is happening in South Africa. Someone was saying, no, Hlaudi, if you leave SABC, you can't be employed anywhere. Everybody's after Hlaudi. Where there's broadcasters, where there is big companies. Everywhere where I go around the world, people acknowledge Hlaudi. They invite me to go and add value. You see, it's not about what people are saying, but you know what I have been observing? Because people are very afraid when they see a very strong person. They will use any issues to make sure that they defocus the person. You're not going to defocus me. And you as media, I want to tell you, and I'm going to tell you. You see, in Hlaudi, you have a different person. And this different person, and I'm not implying that I'm the best in this country. No, that is not what I'm implying. But what I'm implying is, the more I hear the noise, the more I go to that noise. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid for any noise. And the reason being, why South Africa is not transforming, when people make noise, even people that you admire, they run away. And they want to transform this country. I'm not a coward. People should know that. But also what is more important, my brother, it is important when we educate young people to understand why they go to school. Because you know, when you engage other people, I remember when I was in the Free State, I applied for a job, executive producer job. One with 4 degrees. I went with him and applied for the job. And others who with diplomas, they were so angry. But this person doesn't have 1, 2, 3. And they are going to report to me, remember. Now I'm the executive producer. I called them. I said, my brother, I admire you. You have all these degrees. But have you ever break anyone's story? The programs that you have been leading, where they are when it comes to audience, they are down there. The issue is not about your degrees and so on. We will always admire you that you have all these degrees. But what is more important is the output. And when I talk about output, the SABC employees, they have feel that input, they have touched that input that I have been doing within the organization. It is not a secret. And when people actually, some of you and many, they want to come and work for this organization because this is the best organization. And you as media people, if you are journalists, why are you not asking one question? When people are saying advertisers should not advertise on SABC, Leave Hlaudi, you don't want Hlaudi. You said, no, hey, this man, we hate him, we don't want him. It is not my business, it's your business. Because my future doesn't depend on any individuals. I know to survive what I should do. And when I say survive, people think that I'm saying I want to survive at the SABC. No, I can survive anywhere. I can make sure that I come with my own company, I employ half of the SABC staff. They work for me. So when I said my future depends on me, I was not saying that my future depends on the SABC, because history will tell you I was dismissed by the SABC. Within 2 days I was working. Even now, if I go, I can't take more than a week before I work. It's a given. Because I believe in myself, people have confidence in me. You see. And what is more important also that I want to allude is, when people are saying people should not advertise, they send a very strong message: retrench SABC employees. Because government doesn't assist SABC, they contribute 2%, which is not even close to 200 million. How do you run a company with 8 billion, with 160 million? How do you run such a company? So people should not be excited. And actually, we have a very good meeting with SABC employees. And SABC employees, they understand this. Because previously, SABC, we were supposed to retrench 800 people. I have been the champion of that, to say you can't retrench people. Let's find other means. For the first time, SABC is able to pay people certain check. In our absence and others, Mose will tell you he was in charge for ER. I just rock up. I said, hi, Mose, ER Mshana, here this reason, certain check. Money is there. So you pay employees. But also, what has been happening, why are you not talking about these other broadcasters who don't have money and they are retrenching people in numbers? Including print media, they don't have money. They are retrenching people as we are speaking. Why are you concentrating on SABC? Because if SABC is not retrenching anyone, and SABC is sustainable financially. Here's my friend Stefan from Sunday Times. I don't know, Stefan, how to deal with you. You see, I ran away from Stefan. I said, you see, Stefan, I'm not a finance person. Those issues that you are asking me, you are asking a wrong person. I said, maybe you are far away to me. Maybe I'm not going to be able to respond. Here is the CFO, when he was still CFO. Deal with him. I don't know, they deal with him. I don't know what is happening between the two. But here's the issue. Here's Stefan about annual report. He's putting headlines. SABC, they are going down the drain because they have lost their 411 million. Very interesting. Stefan understands what he's talking about. But ordinary people, they don't understand what he's talking about, which is part of misleading. When we talk about 411 million, we are talking about the policy within the SABC. The policy was not aligned to business of the SABC. When the Auditor General comes, they value, example, you see these chairs here, you have 10 chairs here. They come, they realize that, but these chairs, 4 chairs are not recorded. They are going to value those chairs to say, actually, 4 chairs are not recorded, but when you check, the amount is 10,000 rands. They will say, if 4 were not recorded, they will say 4,000 loss. Now I'm educating you. They will say 4,000 chairs the value of those shares is 4,000, okay, 6,000 is there. That is what we call a loss. Don't mislead people. You understand, but you mislead people. And I explained several times about projects of national interest. When we talk about project of national interest, because all of us were not prophets. If someone dies here, who's a newsmaker here amongst us? Debel, you are always in news and you are saying it's me, I want to read newspapers when you are editor-in-chief for radio and news. If someone dies on the issue of a project of national interest, SABC we have budgeted for 20 million for other projects. What we do, we zoom into that project, we take 10 million. When the auditors comes, because we didn't budget for that project, they will say loss. It is not loss. But you don't give SABC due. In 2013, we were sitting on disclaimer. Disclaimer means that even government can put you under administration. That's what disclaimer means. You can be put under administration because everything that you do, no one trusts you when it comes to Auditor General. Now the Auditor General is saying, SABC, including Hlaudi amongst them, is the one who make headlines every day. Now we trust your funds. From disclaimer, 9 qualifications to 1 qualifications. Auditor General, if you read the books, they said, well done, SABC. Who are you? If you are not an Auditor General, to say SABC is not doing well, because the Auditor General is saying you are doing well. And we have been explaining, Stefan. I'm talking to you because me and you, must you know, we talk to each other every day.
You not mentioned the 5 billion rand reason for the qualification.
5 billion. Okay, let me deal with your 5 billion because in your mindset it's always 5 billion. Let me talk about 5 billion. 5 billion that you are talking about, Stefan, is historical issues. Because you can't fix current issues if you don't deal with historical issues. And even people who commit 5 billion, most of them are not even here at the SABC. And we said the policy, the problem was the policy because the policy was not aligned to the business of the SABC. We have changed that policy. And we have given guarantee, come next year, you won't have that qualifications that you are talking about. And it is only 1 qualifications. And it's not cash, as you are putting. Because in the minds of people, they're saying, hey, the GCO, because now, remember, I'm not the COO anymore. The acting COO, they have messed up 5 billion. No, it is not true. You see, as journalists, you need to be fair. You need to report the facts. We're not Stefan. I'm going to deal with you because we're not Stefan. You talk to people at the SABC who caused disclaimer for SABC. Because let us talk reality here. People who caused disclaimer, you need to go back. Who was the acting CFO? Take this pain. I can see now the pain is coming to you. Let me deal with this pain so that I can deal with you, Stefan. No, let me come to you, my brother. You know we talk, me and you. We don't run away from each other. And we engage robustly. Let me, because as journalists, what you need to do, it says SABC came from disclaimer, 9 qualifications. We went and sit on 3 qualifications, currently 1 qualification. That is good news. We are not happy about that 1 qualification because it is a serious qualification. We are not happy, Stefan. But we are saying, let us tell the truth. And I want to tell you today, James Aguma, he's a very senior person from Auditor General. Actually, if it was not him, No one was aware how to deal with audit matters within the organization. The good news that you see today, when it comes to governance, we give credit to James Aguma. It is not a secret. That is the issues that we are giving to him. But also, let's talk, Stefan. When we talk about mandate of the SABC, we need to be clear. And I need to repeat, we are not in a business of profit. And I have been saying to the people at the SABC management, we need to ask exemption from Treasury. I don't know whether it will happen or not. Because SABC should not be judged by profit, because we are not a profit company. Our profit is to put good content on air, make sure that content is refreshing, empower those people who are emerging as production house. That is the mandate of SABC. Make sure that all 11 languages are treated equally. You say, if you hammer SABC on those one, I will fall and say, yes, you are correct. But you are out of order. Because the issues that you are concentrating on, they are not real issues that people are focusing on. You are out of order. And don't be used by people outside there. Because you are aware people are using you. But also, lastly, what I need to deal with, you know, finance people can bankrupt you in your mind. And let me tell you, because they did bankrupt me and I accepted. And I wake up and apologize. I said, no, I'm not taking what finance is saying to me. Some of finance people, historically at the SABC, they are happy to have 1.4 billion in their bank. And they are happy to have repeats every day. And the more you have repeats, you don't compete with other broadcasters. They will always defeat you because they come with fresh content. So we as SABC, we said, to sustain SABC and run the operations at the SABC, do you want 1.4 billion in the bank? The answer is no. And we said, let us use that money to empower our own black people. Now, because we are paying black people, there is crisis at the SABC. There is no money. Money is there. We are investing money where we must invest the money. And we are going to invest the money. And remember, now I'm in charge for provinces. I want to make sure that all production houses, black people, they have their own companies there, produce content in their own different languages. We want to make sure that no one company or two big companies, they will do business in their provinces. When we have many companies in those provinces, we need to make sure those provinces where SABC is, they do business with local business people in those provinces. Why people are fighting? We don't know. People are fighting because we have dismantled the procurement process and we have given powers to management in the provinces. Where are our radio stations, for example? 9 of them are in the provinces. 9 of them. But we control them by remote. But you have senior managers, equally so, being paid close to 2 million per annum. You know what did they do? For me, for now, they attend meetings, they are coordinators. But they have delegation of authority. You also have bloated structure in senior management within the organization. So we are aligning our programs within the organization to say, if you are in the province, general managers are there. They will take responsibility for those radio stations and other units. In Gauteng also, Auckland Park, we are not dismissing people. We are relocating people where we believe they will add value. We are not advertising those positions because we have personnel within the organization. And let me tell you, SABC is doing very, very well. Those people who are saying SABC is not doing well, they should go and read the Auditor General. Thank you.